Jonah chapter 1. Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, with this message. Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and proclaim judgment against it, for their wickedness has come to my attention. However, Jonah decided to flee from the presence of the Lord. He went to Joppa and found a ship bound for Tarshish. He paid the fare and went aboard, intending to journey with the crew to Tarshish and escape from the Lord's presence. But the Lord sent a great wind over the sea, causing a mighty tempest that threatened to break the ship apart. The mariners were filled with fear and each cried out to his own God. They also threw the cargo from the ship into the sea to lighten it. Meanwhile, Jonah had gone down into the lower parts of the vessel and lay fast asleep. The ship's captain approached him and said, "What do you mean, you sleeper? Get up and call on your God. Perhaps he will consider us, so that we may not perish." The crew then said to one another, "Come, let's cast lots to find out who is responsible for this trouble that has come upon us." So they cast lots, and the lot fell on Jonah. They said to him, "Tell us now, what is your occupation? Where do you come from? What is your country? And of what people are you?" Jonah replied, "I am a Hebrew, and I fear the Lord, the God of heaven, who made the sea and the dry land." The men were even more afraid and said to him, "What have you done?" For they knew that he was fleeing from the presence of the Lord because he had told them. So they asked him, "What shall we do to you so that the sea may become calm for us?" For the sea was becoming more and more stormy. Jonah replied to them, "Pick me up and throw me into the sea, and it will become calm. For I know that it is because of me that this great storm has come upon you." Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring the ship to land, but they could not, for the sea was becoming even stormier against them. Therefore they cried out to the Lord, saying, "We beg you, O Lord, do not let us perish on account of this man's life, and do not place on us innocent blood, for you, O Lord, have done as you pleased." So they picked up Jonah and threw him into the sea, and the sea stopped raging. Then the men greatly feared the Lord, and they offered a sacrifice to the Lord and made vows. Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. Jonah chapter 2. Then, from the belly of the fish, Jonah prayed to the Lord his God and said, "I called to the Lord in my distress, and he answered me. From the depths of the grave, I cried for help, and you heard my voice. You cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the currents swirled about me, all your waves and breakers swept over me. I thought I was banished from your sight, yet I will look once more toward your holy temple. The waters engulfed me up to the neck, the watery depths overcame me, seaweed was wrapped around my head. I descended to the roots of the mountains, the earth beneath me barred me in forever. But you brought my life up from the pit, O Lord my God. As my life was fading away, I remembered the Lord. My prayer reached you in your holy temple. Those who cling to worthless idols turn away from God's love for them. But I, with shouts of grateful praise, will sacrifice to you. What I have vowed I will make good. Salvation comes from the Lord." And the Lord commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto the dry land. Jonah chapter 3. And the Lord's word came to Jonah once more, saying, "Get up, go to Nineveh, that great city, and proclaim to it the message that I tell you." So Jonah got up and went to Nineveh, in obedience to the Lord's command. Now Nineveh was a very large city, requiring a 3-day journey to cross it. Jonah began to enter the city, walking for a day, and he cried out, "In 40 days Nineveh will be overthrown." The people of Nineveh believed God's message, and they declared a fast, putting on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least of them. The news reached the king of Nineveh, and he rose from his throne, took off his royal robe, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in ashes. He issued a proclamation throughout Nineveh, by the decree of the king and his nobles, saying, "Let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock, taste anything. Let them not eat or drink water. But let man and beast be covered with sackcloth, and let everyone call out mightily to God." Let them turn from their evil ways and from the violence that is in their hands. Who knows? God may turn and relent and turn from his fierce anger, so that we may not perish. And when God saw their deeds, that they turned from their wicked ways, he relented from the disaster he had said he would bring upon them, and he did not do it. Jonah chapter 4. But it displeased Jonah exceedingly, and he was very angry. And he prayed unto the Lord, and said, I pray thee, O Lord, was not this my saying, when I was yet in my country? Therefore I fled before unto Tarshish. For I knew that thou art a gracious God, and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repentest thee of the evil. Therefore now, O Lord, take, I beseech thee, my life from me, for it is better for me to die than to live. Then said the Lord, Doest thou well to be angry? So Jonah went out of the city, and sat on the east side of the city, and there made him a booth, and sat under it in the shadow, till he might see what would become of the city. And the Lord God prepared a gourd, and made it to come up over Jonah, that it might be a shadow over his head, to deliver him from his grief. So Jonah was exceeding glad of the gourd. But God prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and it smote the gourd that it withered. And it came to pass, when the sun did arise, that God prepared a vehement east wind, and the sun beat upon the head of Jonah, that he fainted, and wished in himself to die, and said, It is better for me to die than to live. And God said to Jonah, Doest thou well to be angry for the gourd? And he said, I do well to be angry, even unto death. Then said the Lord, Thou hast had pity on the gourd, for the which thou hast not labored, neither madest it grow, which came up in a night, and perished in a night. And should not I spare Nineveh, that great city, wherein are more than 60,000 persons that cannot discern between their right hand and their left hand, and also much cattle?